What's good? What's good? I am back. Yours truly, the one and only Paul Pickett. It's like, what is it, like 5:50 in the morning. Couldn't sleep, woke up early. Figured I'd go ahead and knock out my podcast, get it out for the day. Of course, I go live on TikTok and I pre-record for YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, as well as the audio version goes to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, TuneIn, Slacker, iHeartRadio, Pod Chaser, Podcast Addict, and a bunch of other platforms. Just Google Paul Pickett Podcast. Before I get started, don't forget this podcast is sponsored by Promo Palace LLC at promopalace.biz. If you need online marketing promotions for your product, your brand, or your music, check out promopalace.biz. Also, if you're a dog lover, you're a cat lover, you're an animal lover, check out New Litter Apparel at newlitter.com. We just added new designs for the cat t-shirts and the cat hoodies. And we got the dog t-shirts and the dog hoodies as well. And we got apparel for your dogs to wear, like dog bandanas. Also, we shout out Dizzle Brand, DizzleBrand.com. Check them out. Do your Dizzle, DizzleBrand.com. Just add ice, Dizzle on ice. That's DizzleBrand.com. There's a bunch of recipes on there for you to get your Dizzle, to make with your Dizzle. Excuse me, not get your Dizzle, but make with your Dizzle. And there's an online ordering link coming soon where you can order Dizzle. All right, first I'm going to get into last night's NBA games. Of course, Luka Doncic hit a game winner. We got Denver beat Houston. We got Miami beat Utah. Philly beat Chicago. Dallas beat Boston. Phoenix beat Atlanta. And Portland beat the Lakers. Luka Doncic hit a game winner last night. Lakers losing to Portland. Lakers, that's the thing, though. Anthony Davis went out early because I think stomach virus or something like that. And LeBron hasn't played 2 straight games. So they got to learn how to win without LeBron, which is always hard for LeBron teams to do. Atlanta, I'm a little worried about them. They're not looking too good offensively. Boston lost again. They're going to have to get it together. Chicago losing to Philly. I mean, I can see that because Philly's been balling out even without Ben Simmons. And Miami this year. And Denver barely beat Houston. Houston's got a young squad, but I have to admit that they're actually close. All these games are very close. Let me go to the standings real quick. Pull it up by division. We got Philly 8-2, top of their division. Chicago 6-3, top of their division. Miami 7-2, top of their division. Utah is 8 and my bad. It just moved. 7-2, top of their division. Golden State 7-1, top of their division. And Dallas 6-3, top of their division. I probably got Philly, between Philly and the Nets. So who will win that division? I'm gonna say Philly probably. Milwaukee, they're going to have to get it together. They're 4 or 5 right now, man. Cleveland has got a better record than them. Cleveland is 6-4. Cleveland is actually not looking too bad, man. And on paper, man, Cleveland's got a nice, good young squad. Colin Sexton, Garland, Evan Mobley. They just traded for Lauri Markkanen. They got Jared Allen, and then they got a little bit of experience coming off the bench. All right, let me get in my NFL picks for today. We got New Orleans versus Atlanta. I'm picking up New Orleans. Dallas versus Denver. I got Dallas. Carolina, New England. I'm going New England. Baltimore, Minnesota. I'm going Baltimore. Cincinnati, Cleveland. I'm going Cincinnati. Buffalo versus Jacksonville. I'm going Buffalo. Houston and Miami. I mean, both of them suck 1-7. I'm going to go Miami. Raiders versus Giants. I'm going Raiders. Eagles, Chargers. I'm going Chargers. Chiefs, Packers. I'm going Chiefs because Aaron Rodgers. Only because Aaron Rodgers is out. Arizona versus San Fran. I'm going Arizona. You got Tennessee versus the Rams. I'm going to Rams. Chicago and Pittsburgh. I'm going Pittsburgh. And of course, the Colts beat the Jets, which I picked them. And the Colts beat them 45-30 at that. Yeah, like all the divisions look like they're pretty much won, except for the AFC East. Patriots will catch. No, actually, Buffalo's probably got that. They got a 2-game lead. They probably got that locked. Baltimore and Cincinnati, that's gonna be close. Tennessee and Colts. Uh, Tennessee lost Derrick Henry for this year. I don't know that they're gonna be able to keep up pace and win this division. Raiders, Charge. That's gonna be a tough division. The Chiefs. There's no telling who can win that, because especially if the Chiefs win this next game. Dallas got theirs locked. Green Bay's got theirs locked. Saints are coming up on Tampa Bay a little bit, man. Saints are actually doing better than I thought, man. Jameis Winston's hurt too, and they still winning games. I mean, and they don't even got their number one receiver. But Saints got good coaching, and they got good players, and they got a good defense. And Arizona and Rams, they're going to be fighting for that division. All right, let me get into a few topics. Cooper Kupp probably going to be Offensive Player of the Year now. Now that Derrick Henry went down, Cooper Kupp is the first player in NFL history to have 900 yards and double-digit touchdowns in the first 8 games. And so Matt Stafford is definitely having a nice year because Cooper Kupp has had a career year. And he'll probably definitely keep, if he keeps it up, he's gonna get Offensive Player of the Year because I mean Derrick Henry going down. Derrick Henry would have got it if he would have not went down. Derrick Henry had like 900 something rushing yards, I think, in like 7 games, if I'm not mistaken. But Derrick Henry was definitely a monster, a beast in it. He had literally 100 something more rushing yards than anybody close to him. OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. to be released by the Browns. I talked about this last week that Odell Beckham's father coming up and doing that video on social media was a complete distraction. It it was also childish, you know. It's kind of lame. You know, your daddy got to speak up for you. You're a grown man, and you're a grown man, and your mommy and daddy still got to speak up for you. I'm 42 years old. My mom ain't speaking up for me. Anything I can say, I say for myself. But I knew he would be released because it was a distraction. I mean, that's a no-no. I said that. It's a no-no. Your daddy comes out and does a video about any teammate. I don't care what teammate he does it about. That's a no-no. That's it's probably a violation of your contract. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, OBJ, it worked. If he wanted to get released, it definitely worked. But where's he gonna go to now? I mean, who knows? It's gonna be interesting if he goes to somebody like Green Bay or the Chiefs. Baltimore could use him definitely. Baltimore definitely needs a receiver. I mean, I don't know where he goes. Dallas might go after him. Knowing Jerry Jones, Dallas might go after him. But I could see like Chiefs, Raiders. I mean, if the Raiders get him, that could probably lock up their division if he comes in and gets on the same page with Carr. You know, I know the Ravens need him. Patriots. I mean, Patriots. I could see him go to the Patriots. Joe Burrow, Bengals. I don't know. I don't know the cap spaces on some of these teams. How much money they got left? Excuse me. And how much money is he really gonna get? I mean, he hasn't done much of lately. So he's not going to get a lot of money. And he's not going to get a long term contract either, probably. Probably get like a 1 year contract or sign for the rest of this year, and then they'll move on from there. But yeah, it's interesting to see where he goes though. Like, don't let him go like the Rams get him. That'd be like, what the hell? Like the Rams are already all in with getting Von Miller. If they actually get Odell Beckham Jr., it's like, what the hell? These dudes ain't playing. They in it to win it. Let me get to the next few topics. So let me get into this one. More deaths from stabbings in hand and feet than guns. I'm going to pick up this paper. Now, let me repeat that. And this is just for America. There's more deaths in America from stabbings and getting killed, beat out with hand and feet, stomping somebody to death. More people get stomped to death than get shot. See, this is how they do with these narratives in the media. They like, oh, they're terrible. They're killing more people than anybody. First of all, people kill people. Guns don't have brains. They can't go kill people themselves. Either can knives. People kill people. First of all, Second of all, stop it. When more people are killed by stabbings, which happens a lot with marital situations, domestic disputes. A lot of domestic disputes are stabbings. And more people get killed by getting stomped out by hands and feet than guns. But y'all want to sit here and throw this narrative out here that guns is this terrible thing, it's a pandemic. But I don't even know if guns is third on the list behind this. To be honest with you, more people die from car accidents than people die from guns. Because one person dies every 57 minutes from a car accident. I don't think one person is dying every 57 minutes from a gun. I don't think so. Not in America. I think that's false. Because more people are dying. And if it is, then that means at least 2 or 3, 4 people are dying every 57 minutes from getting stabbed or getting stomped out and beat to death. Yeah. Yeah, because the numbers are higher for those. So y'all need to stop with these false narratives. Guns aren't the problem. People are the problem. And people kill more people with knives and stomping them out with their hands and feet than they do with guns. So y'all need to stop it with these lies, man. All y'all do is take it away. Guns is about control. Because it's you can control us when y'all got guns and we got knives. Taking away our guns is all about control. That's all it's about. It has nothing to do with mass shootings or people shooting people. No, because more people die from knives and stompings and beatings, just beating somebody to death. So you know what I think about people saying guns is a pandemic? It's lies. It's a false narrative. Knives are more pandemic. Car accidents are more pandemic. Drinking and driving and killing people is more pandemic. What Henry Ruggs just did is more pandemic. All right, let me get to this next topic. Jen Psaki tests positive for COVID. This is what I'm talking about here, people. And it's the same thing that Aaron Rodgers was pretty much talking about on the Pat McCaffrey show. And Officer Tatum did a video about it as well. Basically, it doesn't matter if you're vaccinated or not. People are still getting COVID. So what's really preventing them from dying from COVID? Is it the vaccination? Hell no. Because if it was, you wouldn't need booster shots. What it is the antibodies. The antibodies and the fact that that person is healthy is a horse. Antibodies. Now let's think about this. When you go get a flu shot, You don't get flu shots. You get a flu shot. One shot. When you go get a smallpox shot, you don't get smallpox shots. You get a shot. It's the same thing with all these other things in society. When I was a kid, when I had to go get get like the shots before I could go to school, it was a shot for this, a shot for that. I didn't get 4 or 5 smallpox shots. I didn't get 4 or 5 flu shots. You know, parvo shots or whatever there is out there. You know, whatever it is people can get. You know what I'm saying? Like a rabies shot. I don't even know if you get multiple shots of that. You just get one rabies shot, I think. You might come back for one and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like this idea that you got to get multiple shots and that this is actually a cure or this is supposed to be helping. How is it really helping if people are still getting COVID? The flu shot is supposed to prevent you from, you know, dying from the flu and I don't know if it prevents you from getting flu. I could be wrong, but smallpox is supposed to prevent you from getting smallpox, from just getting it altogether. So I don't, this idea that you're still getting it while you're vaccinated, what's the purpose? Like this whole purpose is just so backwards because you're vaccinated, you still get COVID and you still have to quarantine. Why do you still got to quarantine if everybody else is around you is vaccinated? That makes no sense. So what do? Are you quarantined for the unvaccinated? Because I know you're not doing that because the Democrats are trying to shame all the unvaccinated people. The left is trying to shame the unvaccinated people. The far left is trying to shame the radical left. They're all trying to shame us because we're not vaccinated, calling us domestic terrorists, calling us racists, saying we're evil people because we don't want to get vaccinated, you know, because some of us don't want temporary solutions, and some of us don't need the vaccination to prevent us from dying from COVID. Like, if I don't need something to prevent me from dying, why would I get it? If I don't need a bulletproof vest to walk around with every day, why would I walk around with a bulletproof vest every day? And me walking around with a bulletproof vest doesn't protect other people. And nor is it my responsibility to protect people. If I wanted to protect people, I would have became a cop or I would have went to the army. Or I'd have been a firefighter, you know. But I'm not. I'm a advertising and a marketing guy. So it's not my responsibility to protect people. It's their own responsibility to protect themselves. So don't try to force protection of complete strangers on me and make it my responsibility when it's not, you know. But the fact that Jen Psaki is got COVID, her whole family's got COVID, it just goes to show you how bogus this is, this vaccination. Supposedly there's a pill out there that's supposed to be a lot better, you know. And I take pills, you know. Like I took pain pills when I had an accident, you know what I'm saying? I take headache pills when I get a headache, you know. I take, I mean, if I had to take a pill that helps me, I'll take it, you know. But temporary solutions is not in my vocabulary. It's and that's what this vaccination is. It's a temporary solution. You got to keep getting shots, keep getting boosters. You got to get it. If you got to keep getting boosters, what does that mean? It wears off. Does the smallpox shot wear off? I don't think it does. I think once you get the smallpox shot, it's in you. It's there. It's preventing any smallpox from getting in and spreading, you know. And another thing, more people are dying from car accidents right now than COVID deaths. There's not a COVID death every 57 minutes in America. No, not right now. Not right now. You know, 57 minutes somebody's dying from a car accident. Why is that not a pandemic? Why is running red lights, drinking and driving, you know, running stop signs and getting in car wrecks and all this speeding and getting in car wrecks? Why is that not a pandemic? When somebody's dying every hour from that, that's pretty much 24 people a day, you know. But once again, false narratives. Y'all want to act like one thing's a pandemic, but this other, it's not a, it's not a pandemic that gang shootings happen probably once every 57 minutes in Chicago. You know, that's not a pandemic. It's not a pandemic. People are dying from getting stabbed more, probably getting stomped out more, probably. But y'all want to paint these false narratives. The things with the smaller percentages are the pandemics, apparently, and the things with the higher percentages are apparently not. So, yeah. All right, let me get to this last thing. Some little thing I saw where the Democrats were talking about the Virginia election, which had its first African American lieutenant governor elected, and apparently it's dog whistle racism. So what are we saying now? Now dog whistles are racist? First of all, people can't even hear a goddamn dog whistle. A person can't even hear a goddamn dog whistle. And yes, I'm using the so-called Lord names in vain. Because he's make-believe, he's fairy tale, he's not even real. Get over it. Don't get so sensitive. He's no more realer than the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus. So dog whistles apparently racist now. I mean, like, dogs don't even know what racism is, first of all. People can't even hear a damn dog whistle, second of all. And so if a dog whistle's racist, then whistles period are racist. I mean, where do y'all come up with these bullshit analogies, these make-believe fairy tales? Y'all watching too many movies, man. Anybody that said dog whistle racism, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, it sounds like you're saying dog whistles are racist. I mean, stop it, man. Everything in the world is not racist. Everything in the world is not thinking about skin color. Dogs, first of all, don't even give a rat's ass about skin color. When dogs are sniffing other dogs' butts, they don't give a rat's ass about, oh, this dog is black or this dog is white. Only people do that. We got to bring race into every single thing in the life. Which, if you look at everything in life from a lens based on race, you're racist. You don't have to oppress people to be a racist. If every day you look at things from a racial lens, you're a racist. If every single thing in life to you has to be looked at from a racial lens, then you're a racist. You're a race baiter. You're a racism breeder. That's the thing. Y'all trying to breed racism. Y'all trying to bait racism. Everything in this world is not racist. And how is an object racist? An object that has no emotions, no thoughts. So something that has no thoughts and no emotions is racist. No! Racism comes from thoughts and emotions. And anybody who thinks otherwise is dumber than a bag of bricks. Racism is a choice. People choose to be racist. Like people choose to drink. People choose to smoke. People choose to grow a beard. Racism is a choice. People choose to hate what they want to hate and like what they want to like. And this idea that racism is going anywhere, it's not. First of all, y'all out here breeding it. Second of all, you can't make people like what they don't want to like. People have the right to hate whatever they want to hate. Is hatred a good thing? Is it a right? Is it, when you talk about right or wrong, is hate right? No. But they have the right to do what they want to. People can think what they want to think. I don't tell heavy metal people, and grungy people, They can't dress gothic, and they can't get all these piercings, and they can't do this. They can do whatever they want to, as long as they're not harming other people, hurting other people, as long as they're not doing anything to harm or hurt other people. And no matter what they say in heavy metal music, and you get offended by it, it can't hurt you. That's another thing, man. I'm getting sick and tired of words hurting people, man. Words can't hurt you, man. I've been hit by a car before. Not my car was hit by a car. I was hit by a car. Dislocated my shoulder, broke my foot, 5 screws in it, and my femur was completely broken. My leg turned sideways. That's hurt. That's hurt. But y'all sit here, hear a word, and act like y'all got hit by a car dead on. Stop it! Stop it, man. The problem is, this world is so sensitive, man. Y'all just so sensitive. Y'all let the littlest things get under your skin and hurt you, man. I could care less what people think about me. If it's not true. If it's not true, I don't care what people think about me. And people can say I'm an asshole. Guess what? It's true. But like I always said, I would rather be a honest asshole than a dishonest nice guy. Because you could be nice, you could be the nicest guy in the world. If you're dishonest, you're a complete scumbag. Liars are scumbags. Dishonest people are scumbags. Two-faced people are scumbags. I mean, that's how I see it. Honest people, you can't trust a person who's dishonest all the time. It's a complete scumbag, But yeah, y'all gotta stop it. Dog whistles aren't racist. Y'all try to bring racism into the Virginia election, and they just elected the first African-American lieutenant governor. And as a kid, I used to go to Virginia Beach. But my stepfather used to take us up there because his father lived up there. And I remember Virginia Beach having like racial riots as a kid, like having riots that were like based on race and whatnot. And so the fact that, and Virginia has always been a pretty much one of the biggest racist states, from dating back to the Civil War times and before the Civil War times. But the fact that they've got a lieutenant governor that's an African American elected, how are you going to say that's racist? So now when even African Americans get elected into office, that's racist? Stop it. That's hypocritical to say that. It's such a hypocritical stance to take. If I know anything about African American history, they celebrate the first of anything. They celebrate the first African American of anything. But now it's racist? Stop it, man. Y'all far radical left people, man. All y'all do is play the blame game, point fingers, and make excuses. And none of y'all ever come up with any real solutions. None of y'all come up with any real solutions, whatsoever. So yeah, dog whistles ain't racist. Dogs don't even know what racism is. And whatever this dog whistle racism that y'all call it. It just sounds so retarded. Dog whistle racism. That pretty much just sounds like you're saying dog whistles are racist. Like dogs know what racism is. Dogs don't even know what nothing is but a bone. So stop it. But yeah, once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Anybody that's live on my TikTok, I know it's super early. It's like 6 in the morning. But I couldn't sleep. And figure I'd go ahead and get my podcast out the way. Since it is pre-recorded and it's live. Once again, the audio version goes to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, TuneIn, Slacker, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, and more. You can Google the Paul Pickett Podcast. Don't forget this podcast is sponsored by Promo Palace LLC at promopalace.biz. Need online and market promotions for your music, your brand, or your product or a service? Check out promopalace.biz. Also, if you're a dog lover, you're a cat lover, you're an animal lover, you're an animal rights activist, please check out newlitter.com. That's New Litter Apparel. We got t-shirts and hoodies for men and women, for cat lovers, dog lovers, and we got apparel for your dogs to wear, like dog bandanas as well. And we got kicks. We got the New Litter Apparel kicks and sweatshirts and pants coming soon. Also, once more for Shizzle, I gotta shout out one of my favorite brands, Dizzle. Just do your Dizzle, dizzlebrand.com, Dizzle on ice. Just add ice, Dizzle. Check them out, dizzlebrand.com. Got a bunch of recipes on there. And we got the online order link. So you go order your bottle of Dizzle sent to your state, your city, county, town, whatever it may be. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This is Triple P, aka the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka the Common Sense Podcast, aka your source for music, sports, politics, world events. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that click now, subscribe button in that right hand corner if you're on YouTube, Facebook. Hit that like. Also, hit that follow on Instagram. If you're on TikTok, watching live, hit that follow, and I will follow you back as well. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, my name is Paul Pickett, and this is episode 72 of the Paul Pickett Podcast, man. We're going to keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. And I'm out. Peace.